Welcome back. Well, children have now been back at school for a month or longer, and for some it's still challenging to adjust to being away from their parents and the realities of COVID-19 in school. So joining me today at 9 a.m. is Kendra Morgan, certified child and parenting specialist, founder of Building All Children in Oklahoma nonprofit that, Kendra, you guys really help assess children's development as they're continuing to grow. Good morning, Kendra.
Good morning. Good morning.
So starting a new school year, you do these one-on-one assessments with children in our community. What are you seeing in the first month or so of school?
Yeah, so we assess the children to look at their overall development and to look at their learning styles, and then we rescreen them every 6 months. So the children are coming back for rescreens. We're finding that they're falling behind. So basically they've lost kind of a year of learning, and they've lost a year of being in social interactions. So we are calling this the year of rebuilding. We've got to reteach them, we've got to kind of re-coach them, re-guide them, and just really focus on kind of backing up and teaching them kind of maybe some things they already knew, but we have to reteach them.
And when parents are dropping their kids off at school, if it's a school scenario where you drop them off and you kind of go to work, are you seeing some more kind of anxiety with kids as, you know, now, okay, you're at school for the whole day, here you go, like mommy, daddy's got to go? Any anxiety like that?
Yeah, so it's important to remember that they have been home the whole last year. And so we are seeing more children with some attachment issues. And so a couple things that we encourage families to do. They think to drop them off and sneak out is the way to go, and it's not. It's so important to say goodbye. And so we've encouraged families to say the same phrase. So an example would be, mommy will be back. And then when mommy gets back, you say, see, I told you mommy would be back. And so it helps them understand that you're going to leave, but you're going to come back. When they're really little, a great way to teach this is peekaboo. It's the leaving and the going. It's the hiding the toy and bringing it back. Hide and seek is another great way to do that with older children. It's the coming and the going, the leaving and coming back that the children have to get used to again.
That's so interesting that you'd say that, Kendra, because I used to do that, whether it be at children's church, at the little YMCA daycare, or, you know, you just try to sneak out because you don't want them to cry, but do not sneak out. I love that.
Out because they're going to cry anyways. And so they're better off knowing that you said goodbye and you're coming back versus just disappearing.
As you're at schools and you're in a school setting, and whether it be a school activity or actually in the classroom, different schools in our area have had different protocols in place, right? Masks, no masks, different things. How do you help prepare a child for COVID protocols, mask requirements, and different things in a school building where they're getting ready to go into? Maybe it wasn't like that the last time they were there.
So that's so important. So what we know is that last year the rule was everyone wore a mask, and now it's different, right? Doctors' offices are different from restaurants. And so as a parent, we have to really be able to explain to the children what's going to happen and teach them what our expectations are. And so they need to know in advance how to respond and what it's going to look like when they walk into the building, because every place is different. Children need to know what to expect. It helps them feel safer, and once they feel safer, then they'll have the ability to learn.
And so any ways of helping clarify expectations for kids, some real specific strategies for, is it the parent has to do the research ahead of time, kind of know what you're going into? How can we make sure that the kids, you know, but some kids, they have a fit. If they don't know what to expect, it can really be upsetting that the situation is not meeting their expectations.
Yeah, no, I think it's those simple things. Always have a mask on hand, and the children always need to know where that mask is. I do think it's important for families to research what they're getting ready to step into. Most of the places have a sign outside the door, so before you even enter, I would get in the habit of reading those signs and teaching children to look. And they have pictures. I mean, some of this stuff children don't even have to be able to read. They have pictures with the mask on. So it's preparing them so that as they walk through the door, they feel confident and they feel safe.
The last question is just kind of open-ended, Kendra. Anything else that you're seeing or that you just like, you know, the 40 seconds we have left to address as kids are still acclimating?
Well, I think this is easy to say and hard to do, but we have to model the behavior that we want our children to have. So if we start talking bad about masks, they're not going to want to wear them. If we start talking about how the rules are dumb, they're not going to want to follow them. So it's hard, and I know it's tough, but we have to model the behavior that we want them to have.
All right, well, Kendra, we have discussed in future segments, we're going to be doing this monthly, we're going to be talking about the holidays, because believe it or not, the holidays are coming up and how to prepare kids for Thanksgiving and Christmas. It'll be a lot to discuss. I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll be great. There's a lot there and a lot that we can prepare them for, which will be great.
Kendra, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having us.